Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Offset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you have time, please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who needs to hear this information. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I saw and it really disturbed me. Or I shouldn't say I saw it, I heard about it and it really disturbed me. So, what I want to tell you guys is that if you're not careful, other people will hijack your life. And they'll make you feel guilty if you don't let them. And I'm saying this to you guys because I see a lot of people with a lot of dreams. I see a lot of people who have a lot of good ideas, a lot of goals, a lot of things they want to manifest. And many of them don't because of the fact that they let other people hijack their lives. They let other people basically lead them around by the nose. And I was listening to this situation that one of my clients was saying to me, and I was just sitting there shaking my head like, you can't be serious. One of my clients is a writer, and he also does some directing. He wants to do films, independent kind of stuff, and he's trying to get into it. He's going to school for it and trying to get into it. And he was telling me that he has this friend who's a woman, and they're not in a relationship, but they have like a situationship going on, and sometimes it's on again, off again. But anyway, he has this woman in his life, and he said that whenever it's time for him to focus on his goals or his schooling, his homework assignment, that she freaks out. She always freaks out with him and, has little temper tantrums and things like that. And he told me that on several different occasions when they got into a fight, she would call him and tell him that she was going to kill herself, or that she took pills or something like that. And when she first did it, he was very concerned. He was very worried about her. But he's like, Queen, this has happened several times. And he's like, I don't even know if she's really taking pills. He's like, I think she's just telling me that so I'll stop what I'm doing and come to her. And I was like, you know what? The game that she's playing is emotional and mental abuse. It's manipulation. And whether or not she's taking the pills or not, he says she doesn't even think she takes them at all. She just tells him that because she knows he'll come running and he'll come over there and see how she's doing. And I'm like, she's hijacking your life. She's emotionally blackmailing you, basically. And whenever you're getting busy or you're starting to do something, she starts to feel left out or like you're going to move on without her. You don't have a relationship. It's a situationship. So she's feeling insecure about where she stands with you. And so whenever you get busy or whenever you start to really focus on, your hustle, she starts to wig out. She starts to play this little game. And it really upset me because I've seen people do this a number of times. I've had people do it to me, and it's not just the I'm gonna kill myself kind of thing. Sometimes it's just like, oh, something horrible happened. They just basically tell you something that is so horrible and so tragic that you have to drop everything and come see and what's going on with them. And whenever you get new friends, or whenever you're busy or you want to go somewhere, they go through some kind of an emotional drama. And I know a lot of you out there sitting there nodding because you know exactly what I'm talking about. It happens with romantic partners. Sometimes it happens with best friends. It could happen with your mother. It could happen with other family members. But it's just that, like, they constantly want you to cater to them. And I want you to watch out for these kinds of people because these kinds of people are what I call energy vampires. These people want to suck on your energy. And the problem with this is that when you have somebody feeding off your energy, like in the case of my writer client, it really stops you from getting done what you want to get done. He was talking to me about how his projects in school, he's had situations where he couldn't finish a project or he finished the project late in some cases, or he was just distracted from the project but still got it done because of this situation. He told me one night the next day he had a midterm or something like that, and it's a written midterm he was supposed to be studying or something, and he told her in advance that he wouldn't be available, and she did one of those, I'm gonna kill myself type suicide, things. And he said he didn't want to be an ass and not respond to her, and she really do it, you know. And I was like, do you know how many people use that? And not to say that there's nothing wrong with the person, because if somebody's threatening to take pills or to hurt themselves because you won't pay attention to them or because you're busy, there's something psychological going on with that person. And this, like I said before, it's manipulation. They're trying to emotionally manipulate you. So the thing about it is that, he's afraid, like, well, what if she actually does it? What if she's not BSing that time and I ignore her and she actually does it? And I was like, you being in her life is not helping the situation. What will really help the situation is if she goes and talks to a professional about her mental health. She got something really bad going on, because that's the only time you do something like that. So I wanted to point this out to you guys because I know some of you have heard of this. Some of you might have even experienced it. I've experienced it. I've even done things like that. I've done things to emotionally manipulate people so they'll give me my way. When I was younger in Aquarius treachery, when I was going through my Rick James phase, I would, of course, like it was like I was the queen of getting people to do what I wanted them to do. And it's unhealthy for both parties. And if somebody is hijacking your life the way this person is, it's like you can't allow that to go on. And a lot of these cases, a lot of these relationships have to come to an end, because now the writer is talking about ending the relationship. And he's like, well, how do I end the relationship without her flipping out? And I'm like, if you're going to end it, she's going to flip out, and you're going to have to just end it and pray that she's okay. You can't stay in the relationship because you're afraid that she's going to harm herself. Me personally, I would try to get her into some kind of treatment if I knew that I had to walk away from the relationship. And even I didn't want to walk away, either way, because of her behavior, I would try to get her into some kind of treatment, because these are very serious things to do. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys, because I've seen so many people. This writer, he came and talked to me about it because it was bothering him. But I've seen other people go through this. I remember one woman, a client from years ago, told me that her boyfriend would, threaten to harm himself every single time they got into an argument. And I was like, what? Like, are you serious? And it was his way of ending the argument. The same way in this situation with this gentleman, the writer, and this young lady, it's her way of getting what she wants. So the boyfriend, he wants to end the argument. This young lady wants time and attention and focus from the writer. So I just wanted to tell you guys about that, because it's really kind of creepy. And I know that some people are experiencing that. And I know a lot of people, especially kind people, empathic people, easily fall prey to this type of person. A very kind person, a very compassionate person can easily fall prey to somebody who's an emotionally manipulator, because you don't want to hurt people. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want them to hurt themselves. You don't want to be responsible for them feeling bad. A lot of people will take on that other person's emotional burden. But if they're sick in that kind of manner, it's not helping them, and it's not helping you, because you're basically just allowing them to emotionally, spiritually, mentally abuse you. And that is not good for either one of you. They don't need to be doing that. They need to get some healthier coping mechanisms, and you don't need to be taking it. Because, like I said, those people drain you, and then you can't do what you need to do for yourself. So it's like that person just wants you to take care of them, be there for them, be stuck on them. But what about you? A lot of people are so quick to sacrifice themselves for other people, and then they're resentful and they're angry and they're hurt when life doesn't go their way, like in the case of the writer. But that's not her fault. You're letting it happen. You're responding in the way that you're responding. And whenever she needs to pull that trump card, she knows that she can emotionally manipulate you and get what she wants. So I want you guys to be really careful. And in the comment section, let me know, do you have anybody in your life, or have you ever seen this type of situation before? Have you ever been the victim of or the perpetuator of emotional blackmail? It's really, I look at it as fighting dirty. You know, because it's like everybody wants their needs fulfilled. We all want our needs fulfilled, but there are ways to get your needs fulfilled without being manipulative and treacherous. You don't have to emotionally blackmail somebody to get your needs fulfilled. And if you need that much, because to me, quite frankly, she's kind of needy. And I'm like, that's because something inside of her is broken. And no amount of time from this writer is going to change that. He could spend all his time holding her and talking to her, and it's still not going to change that something inside of her needs to be healed. So the smart thing to do is get to healing. Right, guys? I always recommend healing yourself. Like the old saying, heal thyself. I always recommend that because it's the best way to change your life. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please come back soon because I have a lot more to say. Also, if you would like to get a reading done, please hit me up because I will be glad to give you an appointment. See you later.